Today we're looking at this really nice Reolink RLC-833A. It is 8 megapixel 4K PoE camera. There's LED, 2 infrared for night vision, ambient light sensor. The microphone is there and a built-in speaker. Not only can you hear, but you can also talk back for two-way audio. At the bottom is the micro SD card slot that you can use to store videos locally. The max storage is 256 gigabytes. Myself, I really don't care about this feature. I'll be using Blue Iris NVR to record and store all the video clips. Inside the package, you get a small Cat5 cable. It's about 3 feet long. Watertight connector and of course the manual. The pigtail includes the Ethernet jack. This is powered over Ethernet, so you just need one Cat5 cable. There's the reset button as well as the 12 volts power if you're not using power over Ethernet. All of this can be hidden within a junction box. You're not supposed to leave this hanging out, dangling like I've seen in some installation. Let's do a quick size comparison. Here's the 833 versus the standard turret camera that you usually get from the Reolink kit. The base plate is much bigger than the standard one. Here's the diameter. It's about almost 3/8 of an inch bigger. Luckily, the mount pattern is the same. You can remove the kit cam, put the 833 over, and screw it in, and it will fit. Here's the camera compared to a $20 bill, just for you to see how big it is. So yeah, it's not too big, but it's definitely not discreet. Getting this onto your network is relatively simple because it's power over Ethernet. You only need to connect this one single cable straight into the Reolink NVR. But since I'm not using the Reolink NVR at the moment, I'm just going to use a power injector. On this power injector, you can see that there's 2 Ethernet ports. One of it will give power and data to the camera. And this other slot right here, insert a cable in there and put that onto your local network or Ethernet switch. This power injector is really simple to use. On the back, there's the label for data in, so this one hooks up into your local area network switch, while this goes into the camera because it provides both data and power. To set up the camera properly, first you need to download the Reolink app. I already have it installed, so just click on it. If your phone and camera is on the same network, when you open the app for the first time, it automatically detected the camera. So click on it, give it a password and username, and then click on Next. Give it a name it whatever you want, and then click on Finish. Tap on the camera to view more options. If you want to snoop in on conversation, click on the speaker icon, click on Enable, checkbox Record Audio. Let's go back. And now you can hear everything. To talk to the other side, click on Talk. All the icons are pretty much self-explanatory. Change the resolution because by default it's pretty low. Click on Clear to see it much clearer. Click on this icon to view full screen. Use 2 fingers to zoom in as needed. We are inside the house right now and it is not very focused just because everything is just so close by. This turns on the lights, and I can tell you it's pretty bright. Let's turn on this siren to see how loud it is. It's loud, but not super loud. One of the awesome features of this camera is the 3x optical zoom. To access that, click on this icon labeled PTZ. Now you can zoom in and out as you like. This is real optical zoom. It is not digital whatsoever, so the quality is really good. Of course, there is focus as well. That is just in case you want to focus something further away or closer. I find that automatic focus works just fine, so I leave it as automatic focus. Click on the gear icon. We are in settings right now. Click on display. Here are some options to flip it around. The stream quality is 4K. Frame rate is 25 frames per second. Uncheck the box watermark so you don't see the stupid logo. Click on Advance. Nothing there. Let's go down to Detection Alarm, Non-Detection Zone. You can create areas to ignore. Once you are done, click on Save. I'm going to hit Cancel for now because it will be installed at the front door for the client. In object size, it's very nice that it has the option to ignore or not. For instance, if you have a small pet and you don't want the camera to mark the small pet as the object of attention. Click on Sensitivity. Here you can adjust the motion sensitivity. What you probably really want is smart detection for a person, vehicles, and even animals. Scroll down a little bit further, you can see more options. Nothing interesting really. Alright, hopefully you found this video helpful. I really appreciate you guys subscribing to my channel, liking this video, and thanks for watching.